The chest to wall eccentric press is useful because, first of all, using the wall allows us to eliminate balance as a limiting factor. So we're basically trying to dumb down the press so we can just focus on building the strength component while also just getting a better feel for the movement pathway. Also, working eccentrically should allow you to control the movement through a greater range of motion, allowing you to work through deeper positions. The wall can also help increase the depth you'll be able to work at, simply because having just a tiny bit of friction can make quite a big difference here. Figuring out the perfect distance from the wall can take a bit of trial and error. Distance will also depend both on limb length and also the straddle flexibility or pancake flexibility that you have available. So the more flexible you are, the closer to the wall you'll be able to stay. As a general rule of thumb, we also want to stay as close to the wall as possible, but you'll also probably have, or at least want to fight to be closer to the wall than you feel comfortable being. Although we don't want to be so close to the wall that it really starts to limit how deep we can go in the various exercises. So there is a fine balance to find. Now, a good starting point to work from is just finding a comfortable distance where you can hold a piked straddle handstand without worrying about coming into contact with the wall. So this would be around this distance for me. Notice again that the hips are piked, not open, piked. And being able to stay comfortable here means that this would most likely be a comfortable position, or a not comfortable, but good distance for me to work from. You might have to be a little bit further away from the wall. That's completely fine. But as a starting point and as a reference point, that comfortable piked straddle handstand off the wall is a very good place to start. When setting up, keep your hip posteriorly tilted and make sure that your feet are light on the wall. Keeping the feet light, you're going to open up the legs into a wide straddle. Once you reach a certain depth, and for me that's just around here, the spine will have to start curling in order for you to lower the legs any further. And to compensate for this, the shoulders need to drift slightly forwards. And you can see that happening here. Spine is curling and shoulders are closing as the spine curls. Now in full speed and with a bit more distance to the wall, this is what it looks like. Useful to know in order to be able to troubleshoot the press. But you should be focusing mainly on pushing tall through the shoulders, elevating as hard as possible, and pulling the thighs towards your chest.